Hi, teachers of mathematics. There's always an opportunity to share about mathematics, and it doesn't have to always be talking about numbers. Sometimes we're talking about critical thinking, sometimes we're talking about distance, sometimes we're just talking about a problem that needs to be solved, and we want to encourage our youngsters to think, to wonder, and to try and connect the dots to not only their own lives, but to the lives of those around them. For example, I had a conversation with some youngsters today, and we were discussing Pythagoras. We were discussing Pythagoras. And I asked them, do you guys know who Pythagoras is? And they were like, I heard of him. And everyone had just a tidbit of information about Pythagoras. And so I encouraged them, let's do some research, because I'm sure you are aware that research has a place in mathematics. We have researchers in math. So anyway, I encouraged them to do some research. And I gave them a few leading questions. Who was he? Where did he live? What did he do? What kind of impact did he have on society? Why is he important? Where do you see his influence in the world in which we live today? I gave those youngsters 15 minutes. And before 15 minutes was over, they were bubbling with information about Pythagoras. One young lady had even started a sketch on him. They discovered that he was an astronomer, that he was a mathematician, that he had they called it a gang, but it was actually I forget, not a club, but he was very influential in his ideas of reincarnation. We talked about the stars. One of them said, Miss Walker, when you watch Pirates of the Caribbean and they're on the high seas looking through their telescopes, he discovered that. He talked about astronomy and the stars. All of this came from just one conversation I started with them about Pythagoras. They went on to talk about Greek gods. They just started the conversation. We talked about Greek gods. We talked about time. Who came first, the Romans or the Greek? Then we did a comparative analysis of the Greek gods and the Roman gods. And this conversation went on for 45 minutes. And they just kept researching and kept looking and kept sharing. And it was such a fun lesson. But ladies and gentlemen, that was a math lesson. It was math. It was science. It was geography. It was critical thinking. It was analysis. That's how we reframe mathematics. We take mathematics out of the classroom, we take it out of the box, and we share it with other disciplines. That's how we reframe mathematics.